Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to connect your hitch with and without weight distribution bars. It is a really easy process. There are 4 steps, 4 points that you must make sure they are connected before taking off. So the first thing you want to do is you got to connect this to your car. So this is my first point. You put your pin in. There's a cutter pin as well. So that's the first thing, that's connected. Now I'm gonna lift this up. All right, so I gotta go down. That was number 1. Number 2 are these 2 chains here. If they hang too low, you can twist them once or twice so you can raise them a little bit. And here's one. There's 2. So 1, 2, this is gonna be number 3. Now my trailer, this one is called a 7-way connector or brake and light connector. That's gonna be last. So 1, 2, this is 3. That's another safety. I believe it's called a safety latch. And then you put this cutter pin as well. That's number 3. And number 4 will be my 7-way connector. Now, because this is a bit too long, every setup is a little different. On mine's, what I do is I run this one like this, and I connect it like that. Then I put a little safety, zip tie to keep it. I run this one like this, and I connect it like that. Then I put a little safety, zip tie to keep it from swinging. And that is that. I mean, if you have these 4 points connected, you should be fine. If you are using my weight distribution bars, you do the following. So this is what they look like. They clip on like that. Let me go to this side to show you. You might want to come down. You see this part here would connect to this right here. You go in. Now they're hanging a bit low. That's another safety pin that we'll go over. You see, you're not high enough. Place this again, just because I don't want to go all the way to the floor. So what these bars do is, if your trailer's too heavy, it'll bring your truck down like that. So it distributes the weight, so you're back to flush or level, sorry. And what you'll notice is this is gonna be lifting your truck. You'll start seeing how the tires go up, which is normal. It's totally fine. You wanna go high. See, we're almost there. I could go higher, or there's this one key that's gonna help you finish the rest of the gap. So what you do is, you go here, connects like that, and you put it in place. Now you gotta put this pin in, like so, inwards, so it's hugging the bar, and then you put your cutter pin. And you do the same thing on the other side, okay? You do the same thing on the other side. When you're ready to take this down, you're gonna do everything just in reverse. Now, I've heard that when you take this these bars out, if there's a lot of pressure, it can snap out. So I've never seen it, but make sure no one's standing here. Don't try to do this. Okay, always stand out. Now right now there's not that much pressure because I can just go like that. But if this bar was way low and I pushed it in place, you're gonna have all that pressure built up, and it might kick out and break a leg or whatever. So you definitely wanna jack it up to get it as close as possible. Now I could essentially jack this thing all the way up where it goes in. That's too much work, you know what I mean? That's why you have this. And another thing, remember, every setup is a little different. This is how it works with my truck. I don't know how it would, you know, work with your truck. Your truck could be higher, lower. So this is just to give you an idea. The first thing I do when I get to a campsite is you chuck the wheels, all right? You see there's two. One in the front, one on the back. So when you get to your campsite, you're gonna wanna level your RV. On this particular model, you have 3 jacks, one here, and then one here, one on the other side, and one on the front. So what I do, I've made these little pads here. I put one down like this, like, you just bring this down all the way down, okay? Yeah. So what these are, they're just like Legos, and if your trailer is lap-sided, you built a little ramp with this. This would give you about 3 inches, like that. So what I will do here is I would put this on the front of the RV, and you drive it up. You pull it up to show you here what I have put together for people who rent my RV. I have this goodie box. Another thing about the water. So when you get to the camping site that has hookups, this would go onto the city. This here is called a pressure valve, and then the other end goes here, right here. Okay, that's how you would connect that. The way to refill it of fresh water without that, it's this one here. So you would get just a regular water hose. You can put it in there and fill it up. Now I'm gonna show you, if you go to a place where there's hookups, so there's dry camping, and there's places where they have all hookups, which is electricity and water. If you're dry camping, that means that there won't be any electricity, there won't be any water, which means that you would have to bring a generator. You do have to have a generator. Some of these batteries won't last long, and once you drain them all the way down, you could essentially kill one of the cells, and then you can't recharge them ever again. So you definitely want a generator. But if you go to a place where they have hookups, then there are only 2 things you need to know. One is your electricity. So we have this cord. This is an extension cord. It's about 20 feet, a foot long, and then you can connect to the city. I do have an adapter. This is a 220. If it's 120, then you just put the adapter, and you can also connect. Once you're done, you put this back into this magic hole. Goes in like that. The second thing is your tanks. You're gonna have your hose here. You have your gray water and your black water. Gray water is gonna be your sink water and your shower water. Waste is obviously your black water. So you always want to connect this. You might want to wear some gloves. You undo this cap here like so, and then you might want to do this to catch any drops, and then you come in and then you connect this part. Okay, now this other end will connect to the city. You first wanna dump out the black water, right? So you would open this valve and you let it run. There is no pump, it is gravity driven, so it's gonna take, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. All right, once you fill the hose, there's no water coming down, Then I open my gray water. So what the gray water is gonna do is gonna clean some of the particles in your hose. Once you're done with that, then you can go ahead and close both, and then you undo this. If there's a hose, then you can rinse it and clean it out as much as possible. Now, some people ask me if when they get to their campsite, if they can stay connected. The answer is yes. You could actually leave this connected. The only one that you have to leave close or shut down would be the black water. See, gray water can run easily. Black water, you see, black water is solids and liquids. If you leave this open, this valve open, and you go number 2, only the liquids will drain, and you leave all the solids in there. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna get a false reading. You might think it's empty when in fact you could have, I don't know, a bunch of stuff in there. So what I do is, yes, on the gray water, you can leave this open. You can leave this closed, and then once you're ready to dump it, then go ahead and dump it all out at once. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something today.